हेलो फ्रेंड्स, वेलकम बैक टू EduTap। हम इस सेशन में वही कंटिन्यू करेंगे जो पहले सेशंस में करते थे। वी विल बी डिस्कसिंग द 10 मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट MCQ रिगार्डिंग इंडियन इकोनॉमी। गुड मॉर्निंग Amit Kumar, sorry. I hope everyone is doing well, and today the notification has come out, and I wish you all the best. So we'll prepare very well for the upcoming examination. So friends, again I come back to the topic. So before proceeding ahead, session शुरू करने से पहले मैं आपको एक बात बताना चाहता हूँ. I might not be speaking language Hindi, but focus on the content that I am providing. The language is not an issue. The language should not be a barrier in our communication. Focus on the content, because in the end we all want to do well in the examination, and that is the important point that we all should always take in our mind. So friends, now let us move forward. Okay. Amit Kumar, we will get back to you with regard to that information. I am not sure exactly, so I'll ask my team and let you know. So friends, as I said, 10 most important MCQs, and these are formed along the lines of the previous year questions. So based on the previous year question paper, having thoroughly studied them, I have formed the MCQs which will be helpful for the upcoming examination. So friends, in the last session, I had left this question as a homework question. The question reads, inclusive growth as enunciated in the 11th 5-year plan. The 11th 5-year plan's main goal was inclusive growth. So it does not include which one of the following? And the options given were reduction of poverty, extension of employment opportunities, strengthening of capital market, and reduction of gender inequality. Friends, and the right answer was mentioned by HPAS aspirant, because strengthening of capital market does not fall into the inclusive growth. I hope that is very much clear. Friends, now let us move on to the first question of the day. Read the question very carefully. Bhavna Sharma. Okay. So exactly, both are right. Amit Kumar, Vik Rajput, everyone is right with regard to the previous question. So this is the first question of the day. Read the question very carefully. Which one of the following statement correctly describes the meaning of the legal tender money? Meaning of legal tender money, and the option is the money which is tendered in courts of law to defray the fee of legal cases, the money which a creditor is under compulsion to accept in settlement of his claims. Option C reads the bank money in the form of checks, drafts, bill of exchange, etc. The metallic money in circulation in the country. So take your time, friends, and let me know what is the answer. The question is asking about legal tender money. You should be familiar, I guess, with regard to this term, or if you are not, we will be discussing this session. Okay, I am getting the response. Mansi Chaudhary says it as option B, that is good. Amit Kumar says it as option B, that's good. AS also says it as option B, 1B. Everyone is right, friends, and I would strongly recommend everyone to participate proactively in this session, because unless you practice, make an error, or even if you get right, you are the one who will be appearing in the main examination. So if you do not take the proactive learning, proactive participation, you will learn less. So friends, kindly participate in the session. Keep typing your response. And Nek Singh also says it as option B. Everyone is right here, friends. That is the money which a creditor is under compulsion to accept in his settlement of his claims. First of all, let us discuss few of the terms. Who is a creditor and a borrower? So creditor is the person who is lending the money. The person who is lending the money. For example, if you are taking a loan from the bank, then bank becomes the creditor, you are the borrower. So what exactly this legal tender money means? Suppose you have taken a loan of 2000 rupees from a bank. This is just an example. So now you are taking 2000 rupees back, taking 2000 rupees note and giving back to the bank. So bank is under compulsion, that is creditor is under compulsion to accept that 2000 rupee note. So hence that 2000 rupee note becomes a legal tender. Okay, विशाल ठाकुर, आई विल ट्राई स्पीकिंग इन हिंदी। मतलब मैं कह रहा था कि देयर आर टू एंटिटीज, क्रेडिटर होते हैं, एक बोरोर होता है। क्रेडिटर वो है जो पैसा देता है। एग्जांपल, इन केस ऑफ आप बैंक से लोन लेते हो तो बैंक बिकम्स द क्रेडिटर और आप यू आर कॉल्ड एज अ बोरोर। सो व्हेन यू आर रिटर्निंग योर मनी, जब आप पैसे देने जाते हो, अपना लोन रिटर्न करने जाते हो, तो 2000 रुपए का नोट लेके आप जाते हो वो लोन रिपे करने में, तो बैंक इज अंडर कंपल्शन, बैंक इज अंडर कंपल्शन टू एक्सेप्ट दैट नोट। So that is why the 2000 rupee note becomes a legal tender. Option B is the right answer, friends. Let me discuss what exactly is this. So legal tender is a fiat money. So what exactly is a fiat money? Have you ever thought? Exactly, Amit Kumar, that is an accounting concept. Let us not get into that. See, what exactly is a fiat money? Have you ever wonder, आपने कभी सोचा जो 100 रुपए की नोट है वो तो एक सिर्फ कागज है, दैट इज जस्ट अ पेपर, बट फिर भी उसकी बहुत वैल्यू है, दैट इज इट मतलब आपको वो 100 रुपए के सामान खरीदने की पावर देती है। मतलब 100 रुपए में दैट हैज नो इंट्रिंसिक वैल्यू, द पेपर करेंसी हैज नो इंट्रिंसिक वैल्यू। फिएट मनी मीन्स द करेंसी हैज नो इंट्रिंसिक वैल्यू। The note is getting, the 100 rupee note currency is getting power because of the issuer or the RBI, whereas it has no intrinsic value. अगर सोचो, अगर 100 रुपए का नोट सोने से बना हुआ होता तो उसे हम कहते थे it has intrinsic value, but fiat money is, all the fiat money do not have any intrinsic value, rather it is getting the confidence from the issuer perspective, that is RBI gives the confidence to the customer कि हम आप पैसा लेके हमें वापस देते। Look at the currency note, I promise to pay the bearer the sum of the 100 rupees. So take any currency, the RBI governor gives the confidence that I will give you the promise of purchasing power of 100 rupees here. So hence this is a fiat money and a legal money, legal tender, because the it is legally acceptable within the domestic territories of the country. So now let us move on to the next question. Mansi Chaudhary is asking, all legal kind of money is a fiat money. Exactly, Mansi, that is how it works. Now let us look at the next question. Which one of the following links all the ATMs in India? Which one of the following links all the ATMs in India? Option is Indian Bankers Association. Option B is National Securities Depository Limited. Option C is National Payments Corporation of India. And option D is Reserve Bank of India, friends. Okay, Mansi Chaudhary says it as option D. Okay, that's good. I also want other participants to kindly take a proactive participation. Amit Kumar says it as C. Nek Singh says it as 2D. Okay, I am getting a mixed response here. That's very interesting, friends. We will discuss the answer. This is a very tricky question that has been asked in the previous examination. Okay, Bhavna Sharma says it as C. That's good. 2C. So friends, the right answer here is option C. So even if you have got it wrong, that is not an issue. The entire motive behind this session is to take the learning and get it right in the original examination. So friends, linking all the ATMs. So what exactly do we mean? Suppose you have got the SBI card and you are withdrawing the money from Axis Bank ATM. So this is possible because all the ATMs are linked, and that has been done by NPCI, that is National Payments Corporation of India, friends. So let us look at that. See, NPCI, if you ask a specific system, it is National Financial Switch System, which interlinks all the ATMs. See, till 2009, it was the RBI's Institute for Development and Research in Banking Technology, which used to do this or undertake all the linking activities of all the ATMs. But it has been switched post 2009, and NPCI's NFS system has taken over. Exactly, Amit Kumar, you are right. So this was with regard to second question, friends. Now let us move on to the next question. So the question reads, which of the following statement is or are correct regarding the Monetary Policy Committee? Again, a very important question, friends. It decides the statement 1 says it decides the RBI's benchmark interest rate, that is repo rate, CRR and all that. It is a 12-member body including the governor of RBI, and it is reconstituted every year. It functions under the chairmanship of the Union Finance Minister, friends. So go through the option carefully, and so friends, kindly participate. I want everyone to participate in this session so that the session becomes more interactive. Amit Kumar says it as a pharmacy point as one. That's good. Everyone's preparation is on track and everyone is doing pretty well. Just keep up with the same pace of preparation. Okay. Nima Thakur says it as option A. That is good. So friends, the right answer here is option A. Exactly. Everyone has got it right. See, it decides the RBI's benchmark interest rate, that is repo rate. Repo rate is the benchmark interest rate that has been decided by the MPC, that is decided by MPC. And this is wrong because it is a 6-member body. It is a 6-member body. And who are these 6 members? 3 members are from RBI and 3 other members are external members. 3 other members are external members appointed by Government of India. Can you tell me what is the term of these 3 external members? Exactly. Nirma Thakur has got it right. RBI Governor. Can you tell me what is the term of the external members of the RBI who are part of the MPC committee? Yeah, exactly. Term. For how many years they will continue to be part of this MPC? Can anyone tell me in this session? So friends, they are appointed for a term of 4 years. Term of 4 years, and which is a non-renewable term. What does it mean? They can only be part of MPC once. If they have been once part of MPC, they cannot be part of MPC once again. So that is the exactly, Bhavna Sharma, you have got it right. 4 years is the term. And one more question I have for you. How many times it is supposed to meet at least in a year? How many times it is supposed to meet once in a year? Minimum number of meetings the MPC has to take place. So friends, it is 4 times. The MPC has to meet at least 4 times in an year. That is mandated by the law. So friends, the right answer here is option A that we have discussed. So that is all we have discussed. It is headed by RBI Governor, not the Finance Minister. That is there. Amit Kumar, exactly. No, Bhavna Sharma, it is 4. Now they have to meet 4 times in a year. So now with reference to the Indian economy, consider the following. Bank rate, open market operation, public debt, public revenue. Which one of the following is or above the components of monetary policy? Exactly, Mansi Chaudhary. Raju Ranjan has recently replaced the Mrudal Sagar, who was a member of RBI itself. So Raju Ranjan is a part of recently inducted, new member inducted into MPC. Is it as C? Okay. Nirma Thakur says it as option C. So friends, let me discuss the answer here right away. The right answer here is option C, friends, that is bank rate and the open market operation. So let me just give you the brief about MPC. MPC has 2 types of tools. One is the quantitative tools. One is the quantitative tools. The other one is the qualitative tools. Qualitative tools. So what are these quantitative tools? The part of the quantitative tools are CRR, SLR, repo rate, bank rate. So friends, all these instruments or the tools are the part of quantitative tools. So what do we mean by quantitative tool? See, any changes in these rate will have an uniform impact on the entire banking system. So hence the name is quantitative tool. The impact is uniformly spread across the entire banking system. And there are certain qualitative tools such as credit rationing, moral suasion, moral suasion. So if it wants, suppose RBI wants only certain norms to be followed by HDFC Bank, then it will direct the HDFC under qualitative tools. I'm just giving an example that qualitative tools are specific to certain banks, whereas quantitative tools have an entire uniform impact on the entire banking sector, friends. So I hope that is very much clear. And open market operation and bank rate are the part of MPC. These two parts are the part of fiscal policy. These two are part of the fiscal policy. So what exactly is public debt? It is the debt or the borrowings undertaken by the government. That is the public debt. And public revenue is the revenue that has been earned by the government, like in the form of taxes, challans and all that. I hope that is very much clear, friends. So this is the see, public debt. If government wants to borrow any money from the public or from any external sources, it always keeps collateral as Consolidated Fund of India. If you have studied polity, Article 266 clause 1 of the Indian Constitution talks about Consolidated Fund of India. So all the revenue that has been earned by the government of India goes to this, as well as if it wants to spend any amount for the welfare purposes, the money will be withdrawn from the Consolidated Fund of India and it has to get the permission from the Parliament, friends. I hope you are aware of the polity knowledge when it comes to that. Now let us move on to the next question. So open market operation, I guess everyone is aware of. If you have any doubt, let me know, or else we will move on to the next question. So economic growth is usually coupled with which of the following concepts? Deflation, inflation phenomenon, friends. Okay, Mansi Chaudhary says it as inflation. Nek Singh says it as option B. John Snow says it as option D. Every one of you is right here, friends. The right answer is inflation. See, let me explain it to the people who are not aware. Whenever the economy growth is taking place, it is always coupled with inflation. For example, I would just take you to the instance of 1991, when India was doing very pathetic or poor. Yeah, exactly. So during 1999, India's growth rate was roughly around 2%. Roughly around 2%. Post that it has increased. Currently it is hovering around 7%. So friends, as the economy grows, it also tends to lead to inflation. So what exactly is the inflation? The rise in the general level of prices. If you look back in 1991, the prices of the real estate were at an optimal price, and if you compare it with the 1991 rate, today the prices of the real estate have increased. And similarly, it would also depend on the CPI. If you look at the CPI index, the purchasing power, in simple terms, you can take the purchasing power. So if you had 100 rupees back in 1991, you could buy a lot of things, but today using the same 100 rupees you are able to buy less number of things. So that means the inflation has taken place, friends. Exactly. So I hope that is very much clear. Inflation. And what exactly is deflation? Inflation is suppose a set of commodities or the basket of goods is 100 rupees in the last month, and in next month it has increased to 110. So there is a 10% of inflation. But if the same set of basket of commodities has witnessed a decline in prices, if the prices has reduced from 100 to 90, then the economy has witnessed a 10% of deflation. So that is deflation. And stagflation is what exactly is stagflation? It is high inflation plus unemployment is high, unemployment plus slow economic growth, friends. Slow economic growth. So always remember, stagflation is a very important term in Indian economics, which is a combination of multiple One is high inflation, high unemployment, and slow economic growth. I hope that is very much clear. Exactly, Mansi Chaudhary is right. India ranks 3 when it comes to when the GDP is measured as per the triple P. And hyperinflation is a inflation witnessed in triple digit. For example, 132% recently. And the Zimbabwe, the country of Zimbabwe is witnessing the hyperinflation. Every day the prices are getting doubled, such as the prices of bread and the normal food commodities are getting doubled every day, and this is a very serious situation for any country, friends. I hope that is very much clear. Now let us move on to the next question, that is explanation. So with reference to the Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana, consider the following statement. Under this scheme, farmers will have to pay a uniform premium of 2% for any crop that they cultivate in any season of the year. And apart from that, this scheme covers post-harvest losses arising out of cyclones and unseasonal rains. So friends, kindly answer to this particular question. What exactly is the answer to this question? Okay, next thing says it has both C, that is C, both 1 and 2. Mansi Chaudhary as well says it as C. Okay friends, let me discuss the right answer here is option B. So do not worry, this was a tricky question. See, under this scheme, farmers will not pay uniform premium. The premium is different for Kharif crops, Rabi crops, and horticulture crops. And the scheme also covers the post-harvest losses arising out of the cycle. Exactly, yes, is right. Bhavna Sharma is right as well. It covers the post-harvest loss arising out of cyclone and unseasonal rains. See, the premium is 2% for all the Kharif crops, 1.5% for all the Rabi crops, and 5% for horticulture crops. So, and friends, the post-harvest losses also include the cyclone and the unseasonal. See, here they had said uniform premium, hence this statement 1 is wrong. I hope that is very much clear, friends. Now let us move on to the question 7. Supply of money remaining the same when there is an increase in the demand for money. There will be, what is the answer here? There will be a fall in the level of prices, an increase in the rate of interest, decrease in the rate of interest, and increase in the level of income and employment. So friends, this is purely an application based question. You have to think a bit. Okay, Mansi says it as option C. Okay, B. Okay, she says it as option B. What is the response of other aspirants here, friends? B. That is good. So friends, everyone is right here. Right answer is option B. For example, in economics, supply and demand are very important tools. Supply and demand are very important tools. You have to be aware with these two terms. Everyone is right here. Virender Sharma, Bhavna Sharma, B is the right. Supply and demand. For example, take the example of onion. If the supply is same but the demand is high, then it will lead to rise in the prices. It will lead to rise in the prices. Similarly, if the supply of money is the constant, suppose bank can give only fixed amount of loans, but many people are demanding it, then it will lead to rise in the increase in the rate of interest, friends. So option B is the right answer here. So I have just now explained that supply of onion in the market is fixed, the demand for it rises, that will lead to price. So similarly is that. You can go through that. Now let us come to the question number 8. With reference to land reforms in independent India, which one of the following statement is correct? The sealing laws were aimed at family holdings and not the individual holdings. The major aim of the land reforms was providing agriculture land to the all landless. It resulted in cultivation of cash crops as a predominant form of cultivation. Land reforms permitted no exemptions to the ceiling limit. Look at the question very carefully. Again, a very tricky question, but an easy one, I would say. With reference to land reforms in independent India, which one of the following statement is correct? Okay, Sachin Verma says it as option B. Virender Sharma says it as option B. A says it as option A. Bhavna Sharma says it as option A. So friends, the right answer here is option B. That is, giving the major aim of land reforms was providing agricultural land to the landless. Let me just give you a context. See, before independence of Indian government, major portion of the land was held with the zamindars. So, and all the people or all the farmers were working as tenants. So, the government wanted to distribute the huge land that was possessed by zamindars to all the landless laborers. So that they will get a security that we have our own land, we can cultivate on it, and the profit goes to us. But in the prior system, the profit was taken by the zamindar, and the tenants or the farmers were working there, working sweat and blood. So friends, this is the right answer. And why this is wrong? The ceiling laws were aimed at individual, not at family holdings. Hence, this statement makes it wrong, and it resulted in cultivation of cash crop. This is wrong. It resulted in cultivation of cereal crops such as rice, paddy, wheat. That is the thing. And land reforms permitted no exemptions. This is wrong because it had permitted certain exemptions. So this is the explanation, friends. You can go through. As I already told you, ceiling laws were imposed on individual, not family holdings. Hence, that is wrong. And there were certain exemptions, and C is a hyperbole statement because it resulted in the cultivation of food grains. Now let us move on to the next question, friends. Question number 9. The Reserve Bank of India regulates the commercial banks in matters of liquidity of assets, branch expansion, merger of banks, winding up of banks. So which one of the following statement is right? Okay. Here friends are seeing it as option B, I guess. So friends, the right answer to this particular question, what would be the right answer? Okay, Mansi says it as option D. That is good. Virender Sharma says it as D. Nirma Thakur says it as option C. So friends, most of you are right here. Sachin Verma says it as D. That is good. Next thing, the right answer here is, friend, option D. See, the RBI, which is the banking regulator in India, there are 4 financial regulators. The banking regulator is RBI, the stock market regulator is SEBI, that is Securities Exchange Board of India, and the insurance market regulator is IRDAI, and the pension regulator is PFRDA. Friends, when it comes to banking regulator, the RBI regulates the commercial bank in all this. That is merger of the bank. If the 2 banks are merging, then it has to get the permission from the RBI. Then winding up of bank also affects the depositors. So that also it has, the banks have to get the permission from the RBI. The branch expansion is essential because RBI mandates that certain branches have to be opened in rural areas. And liquidity of asset is again as a part of monetary policy, it regulates it. So option D is the right answer, friends. See, like instruments, by using the tools of monetary policy like CRR, SLR, it will regulate the liquidity in the market. So, and this is all I have explained it to you. So let us move on to the last question of the day, that is question number 10. The RBI acts as a banker's bank. RBI acts as a banker's bank. This would imply which of the following? So the other banks retain their deposits with the RBI. The RBI lends funds to the commercial banks in times of need. The RBI advises the commercial banks on monetary matters. Select the correct answer using the codes below, friend. So what would be the right answer here? RBI acts as a banker's bank. Be careful here. Okay, I am getting the responses. Sachin Verma says it as option A. Okay. And Bhavna Sharma says it as option A. John Snow says it as option D. Okay, that I am getting a mixed responses here, friends. Let me discuss the answer here. The right answer here is option B. That is both 1 and 2 is the right answer. let me tell you what exactly. See, like you as a normal customer, when you go to the bank is acting as a banker for you. So wherein it will take all your deposits, might even give you loans, and RBI lends. So similarly, if you want loan, you can take from the borrowing from the banks. So both the borrowings. Similarly, RBI will act as a banker's bank to the all commercial banks. Hence, both the statements are right. That is, other banks retain their deposits with RBI. RBI lends to commercial bank in times of need. See, but the if all the commercial banks wants to expand their business, it will do on their own. RBI has no business in talking or in advising the banks regarding the monetary matters. It can only bring in regulation. So it has no mandate to advise the bank. So friends, option 3 is wrong. So RBI acts as banker, agent and advisor to the government of India and state, wherein it will advise the government what should be its measures during the tough times or during tough times of economic situation. So friends, I hope that is very much clear. Now let us move on to the homework question. I have a homework question for you. When the RBI announces an increase of this cash reserve rate, what does it mean? So friends, kindly go through the option below and let me know the answer in the comment section below. We will be discussing this particular answer to this question in the upcoming session. So friends, that's all we have in this particular session. Thank you. Okay, let me know the answer in the chat box below, friends. So that's all we have in this session. Thank you.